This video shall be diving into a hot-button issue making headlines, the fight over abortion rights in Iowa. Recently, the state passed a law severely restricting abortion access in the state.
The child in her mother's womb has her own heartbeat.
But there's a twist. A judge has temporarily blocked the law, and now it's headed to court. We'll be unpacking what this new law means, why it's being challenged, and what the future holds for abortion rights in Iowa. So buckle up, because this is one you won't want to miss. The landscape of abortion rights in the U.S. Before we delve into the specifics, let's rewind a bit and understand the landscape of abortion rights in the United States. The landmark Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade, decided in 1973, established a woman's constitutional right to abortion without excessive government restriction. This right was further refined in Planned Parenthood v. Casey in 1992, which introduced the concept of undue burden. Essentially, restrictions that place a substantial obstacle in a woman's path to obtaining a safe and legal abortion. Fast forward to today, and abortion rights continue to be a fiercely debated issue. Anti-abortion activists have consistently pushed for stricter regulations, while abortion rights advocates fight to protect access to safe and legal abortion services. Iowa's new abortion law. Now let's turn our attention to Iowa's new abortion law. This law restricts abortion access in several ways. Firstly, it bans abortions after around 6 weeks of pregnancy, a time frame when many women might not even know they're pregnant. Secondly, it mandates a 72-hour waiting period for women seeking abortions. Additionally, the law imposes stricter requirements on clinics that provide abortion services, potentially forcing some to close. Proponents of the law argue that it protects the life of the unborn and promotes a culture of life. They believe a 6-week abortion ban aligns with the point when a fetal heartbeat can be detected. They also view the waiting period as an opportunity for women to reconsider their decision. Legal challenges to the law. Here's a breakdown of the legal arguments against the abortion law. Number 1. Violation of Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey. Opponents argue that the law's 6-week abortion ban blatantly disregards the constitutional right to abortion established in Roe v. Wade in 1973 and further refined in Planned Parenthood v. Casey in 1992. These cases guarantee a woman's right to abortion before the fetus becomes viable outside the womb, which typically occurs around 24 weeks. By placing a ban at 6 weeks, a time frame when many women might not even know they're pregnant, House File 891 effectively eliminates that right in the early stages of pregnancy. Number 2. Undue burden on women seeking abortions. Opponents also claim the law creates an undue burden for women seeking abortions. The concept of undue burden, established in Planned Parenthood v. Casey, essentially means that restrictions on abortion shouldn't create a substantial obstacle for women in accessing safe and legal procedures. The 6-week ban, combined with the 72-hour waiting period, could significantly delay a woman's ability to obtain an abortion. This delay is especially concerning for women in rural areas where access to abortion clinics might already be limited due to geographical distance or a shortage of providers. This situation could force women to travel long distances, miss work, or face additional childcare challenges, all while facing a time-sensitive medical decision. And finally, potential impact on national abortion rights. The legal battle surrounding the abortion law is being closely watched because it could have far-reaching consequences for abortion rights nationwide. With a more conservative-leaning Supreme Court, a successful challenge to this law could set a precedent for stricter abortion regulations in other states. This could potentially chip away at the established right to abortion established in Roe v. Wade, creating a more restrictive landscape for women's reproductive healthcare choices across the country. A fight for choice. The Iowa situation highlights the deep divisions surrounding abortion rights. While some celebrate the stricter regulations imposed by this abortion law, arguing it protects the unborn and promotes a culture of life, others fear it's a significant step back for women's healthcare rights. The legal battle will determine the fate of abortion access in Iowa, but it could also have far-reaching consequences for the entire nation. A successful challenge to this abortion law could embolden pro-choice advocates in other states fighting for stronger abortion protections. However, if the law is upheld, it could pave the way for stricter regulations across the country, potentially making it harder for women to access safe and legal abortions. Call to action. This fight for abortion rights extends beyond the borders of Iowa. It's a fight for women's bodily autonomy and their right to make informed decisions about their reproductive health. a fundamental right impacting women's lives across the nation. The outcome of the legal battle surrounding this abortion law could set a precedent for abortion access in other states. We'll be following this story closely and keeping you updated on the latest developments. Meanwhile, as you form your opinion, continue gaining that knowledge. You should know if having a baby is still worth it in this economy. Just click the image on the screen to watch the video, hoping to gain your support by sharing this content to your friends. Thank you for watching.